because I have one of my very, very best friends in the world here with me. And you guys do know her, but we're going to be interested. Anyway, she's an actress, she's a singer, she's a dancer, she's an entrepreneur. She is none other than Miss Kim Yarbrough. What's up, Kim?
PhiL, what's up?
You just saw that, Kim. You are such an inspiration to me. And I was telling you a little bit before the camera that you, well, because we go back.
Way back.
Yeah, way
We're
back.
not gonna say how far.
And there's a couple of companies I'm working with, and because of you, it's keeping money coming in my pocket. I love you for that. Thank you.
Love you too, baby. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Back
I'm
at
so
you.
happy for you.
Back at you.
You know, you're still out here doing your thing, living your dream.
That's what we do.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
You know, I want you to just tell us. I know you, of course, but I want you to tell us a little bit where you're from and how you grew up.
You know, I didn't really appreciate it before, but being from the legendary town of Memphis, Tennessee, you start to, when you meet people, you start to appreciate the rich musical legacy and heritage that we were blessed to have been born into.
That's right.
There are no better musicians in the world. And that's what I have discovered over traveling. So I've now come to really appreciate being from Memphis, Tennessee. And, you know, got started as a young kid, cut my teeth on the blues, but I didn't start singing until I was about 18 years old. But from the time my mom brought me home from the hospital, my dad and his buddies jammed on the piano until 4 in the morning. That's just how they did it. That's just how they rolled. Lots of my cousins played and performed with B.B. King, and they came off the road, and Phineas Newgren Jr. would just drop by the house, and they were jamming buddies. You know, my dad would sit there and play the piano and the harmonica, and Phineas would get on the piano, and somebody else would, you know, play drums, and it was just a wild time at the house all the time. I think that's why I'm a night owl.
Okay. Now tell us, because you went to Overton School of Performing Arts.
Yes, I did. My whole life has just been about the performing arts. I started in piano preparatory school at 6, started playing the violin at age 7, then, you know, went to Overton High School, the Kappa school they call it, Creative and Performing Arts. And then shout out Overton High, woo! And then I went on to major in violin performance, and then I was a vocal and theater minor. So it's music and performing has been my entire life. So the first night they brought me home.
I love it. And born with a silver mark in your mouth.
Silver mark in my mouth, that's right.
Tell me this now, so what was the transition from Memphis that brought you to LA? Did you say, okay, I've grown from Memphis, now it's time to spread my wings?
Actually, no. I didn't think I was ready to come to where you have to launch the big ships right from Memphis. I was wrong. I should have come earlier because I didn't realize that I was ready.
Wow.
But I spent like a midsection of my career in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I spent 7 years there trying to, you know, do a little more television, do some commercials, do a couple of movies, try to get my feet wet for LA, and I should have just jumped in.
Wow.
I should have just jumped in, but that's okay. That 7 years that I spent in Minneapolis was really good.
Wow.
I did the national tour of Ain't Misbehaving while I was there, and
what was it like being on tour?
It was great. Some people hate it. Some people hate that life of being on tour, but I love it because you do the show. You get up, you do whatever you want to do, you go to rehearsal, and you do the show again, and next night you're in another city.
Wow.
Yeah, so you kind of forget where you are, but...
I love it. Now, you just recently got off tour with...
One Night with Janis Joplin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us, what was that like?
It was a dream.
Because you just got back.
It was a dream role, yeah. I just got back a couple of months ago. And it was fantastic because... And no one would know that a show about Janis Joplin, that the cast was mostly African American. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah,
because all of her influences were African American, except for Gershwin, except for George Gershwin. But it was a dream role because I got to use every genre. I got to use my classical chops because I'm classically trained. I got to play all of her influences: Bessie Smith, Odetta, Nina Simone, Aretha Franklin. I got to play 6 roles. I was like the Diana Ross of the show because I had to change like 7 times.
Oh my God!
But it was so fun and it was so fulfilling because I got to be a different person every few minutes.
I love it.
It was great.
Wow, and that sort of reminds me, even you did get a nod for the NAACP Theater Awards.
I got nominated not for the Janis Joplin show, but for another show that I did called The Women of Brewster Place, the musical.
I saw that.
Yes, I got nominated for Best Lead Actress in 2010.
You're off the chain.
Thank you.
Now, many of us, or many people have seen you on Bones, Two Broke Girls, and Dexter, and all these different shows. But what was it like doing all these different shows? I mean, because this is just, you're living your dream.
You know, it's the same thing. I get to be a different person every week, and that's, you know, to me, that's an actor's dream. Some people want to play in the same wheelhouse from year to year. I don't want to do that. I want to break out and do various different things. So I love being on different shows, playing different characters. It's been great, and I moved out here because I wanted to do television.
Wow.
And I'm doing television. I'm really blessed.
Wow, I love it. I love it. Now, something happened as of recently, and it changed your life. Many of us were able to witness and see you on The Voice. Now, how did that, the second year of The Voice, how did that change your life? Tell us. We want to know. We want to know.
It was like somebody said, "Here, Kim, straddle this rocket." Not in the rocket, but outside the rocket. So like the atmosphere's like going around my head, and I'm kind of loosey-goosey in the brain. And they strapped me on, and it went whoosh.
Wow, literally.
It was amazing. It was amazing. It was it was the most amazing experience of my life, really.
Wow.
And it opened the door to so many other things. You know, you always know, everybody knows what they're good at, right? You always know that you've been given a gift, but you really don't know if what you do when you're doing your thing, how it affects great masses of people until you do something like that. And when Mark Burnett says you're cool, that gives you a little more confidence. When Adam Levine says you're cool, that gives you, Christina Aguilera says you're cool, that gives you a little bit more confidence to say, not can I sing this song, because you always knew you could do that, but it gives you a little more confidence to say, maybe I can make this work.
I love it. I love it.
It's great.
Now, there's 2 things I sort of want to talk about. One is that Della Reese actually presented, she had Della Reese presents Kim Yarbrough.
That's my mom. That's my spiritual mom. I love her so.
Wow. What was it?
That was fabulous. It was Miss Reese that introduced me to the Hollywood community back in 2008.
Wow.
She did produce a show on me called Della Reese Presents Kim Yarbrough, introducing me to the Hollywood community and inviting various of her colleagues that she has worked with over the years, over the decades, building a stellar, iconic career like she has.
She's amazing.
And she was good enough to introduce me to the Hollywood community with that show. It was a showcase for me.
Wow.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Now, you're currently doing the Hathaways. Tell us
Haunted Hathaways.
The Haunted Hathaways, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us about that.
Well, it's a Nickelodeon show. It did 26 episodes in the first season, and it's now been picked up for a second season.
Awesome.
And it's basically Back to the Future meets the Brady Bunch. So there are lots of special effects. It's considered an action comedy.
Okay.
And there are 2 families. One is a black family. One is a white family. One is a supernatural family. One is a human family, and they come together and live in the same house. I play a character called Madame Leboeuf.
I love it.
And I am the voodoo lady. It takes place in New Orleans.
Okay. I love it.
I'm the voodoo lady that tries to exorcise the ghosts from the house. And anytime anybody has a ghost problem, they come to me because I'm the expert.
I love it.
I know, it's such a great role. I get to act so stupid.
I love it. Just be yourself. No. So,
crazy.
okay, now, okay, we haven't talked about your music. So, I mean, we talked about the voice, but are you doing music right now?
I'm recording a new album right now.
Ah, we want to hear it. We want to hear.
It's very cool because I'm recording a lot of old songs by the Rolling Stones, by the Doors, Jimi Hendrix. And I'm putting a neo-soul twist on all of those old songs. It's so cool. I've done like 5 songs already.
Oh, look at that. Let me ask you this, are you going to play violin on there? Or because she plays the violin. I mean, I just love it when you break, because nobody expects it, and it's something you pull it out.
Everybody looks at me as a singer.
Yeah,
that was my previous life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Wow.
We'll see, because I got half the album recorded, but there are a couple of originals, I think, that are going to go on there as well. So maybe so.
All right.
Yeah, pulled out the old ex.
And then also you have music that people can actually purchase. And we're going to put that right there. And can you just tell us where it is?
Fantastic. Yes, it's on iTunes. It's on Amazon.
Awesome.
It's on CD Baby. If you're a CD person and you like to, you know, have the liner notes and the lyrics.
Some of us, yeah.
So yeah, it's you can purchase the physical CD on CD Baby, and also the download. So.
Well, I'm going to put everything down here so they can definitely keep up with you. And that's on your website. We'll put your website down there.
Yes, www.kimyarbrough.com, and Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Awesome. Now, there's one thing. There are people who sometimes don't have the courage, or it might be inside of them they want to follow their dream or something like that, but they feel, oh no, maybe I shouldn't. What would you tell somebody? Would you tell them just stay at home, you're doing right, don't come? Or would you say,
don't come to the party? No, I would never do that. You know, sometimes there are people out there, and I may be speaking to you, you haven't quite hit your stride yet. You're still struggling. People are saying that, oh, you sound terrible, oh, you're a terrible actor. Get away from those people. Keep doing your thing, because I've seen people that started out not so good and people that started out with not much courage. 2-3 years later, they kept at it and they became phenomenal. So don't let anyone tell you you can't do something. I think that's from Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith.
Oh.
Don't never let anyone tell you you can't do something. Not even me.
You know, because I followed you. Was that did you put that down as one of your favorite movies? Or?
I did.
Oh.
I did.
I love it.
Keep going. Don't listen. La 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 la.
Oh, I love it. Kim, you are an incredible inspiration to me. And I just love you. And I just want to say thank you for kicking it with me.
Thank you for letting me kick it with you.